New Year! It's a new year and therefore a new start, 2017. How exciting! And also very exciting is, you might notice, there's a little bit more light in here. I got a new lighting kit, and I am just barely set it up. I haven't even optimized it or anything like that. And I don't have good wiring yet, so it'll be a while before I get it perfected, but I wanted to have light on my face. There it is, light. How exciting. Oftentimes on the new year, I give some of my resolutions, as well as a look back at the resolutions of last year, and talk about some of the books that I read this year. So last year, I resolved to read more books than I did the year before, and I certainly did. In fact, this has been the most books I've read in a really, really long time. I read somewhere around maybe 160 books. Sometimes it's a little bit hard for me to count because I don't always count books that I teach, even though I usually read them 2 or 3 times. And sometimes I forget to put books on my list, but generally it's around 160. That was definitely a lot for me because I usually don't even hit 100, and so 160 was a lot. It helps a lot that I found the Overdrive app, which is an app that allows you to check books out of your library on a phone or on a desktop. And because of that, I've been checking out library books like crazy. It's kind of hard for me sometimes to make it all the way to the library physically, but if I just have to push a button and I get a library book from the internet, that's fantastic. So I listened to a ton of audiobooks, and I read a lot of ebooks, and I read a few physical books as well. Of those, I reread the Anne of Green Gables series for the first time since I was, I think, 2 or 3. My mom read it to me when I was 2 or 3, and they were fantastic. I read all the James Bond books, and they were, okay, kind of cheesy. I read a lot of YA books that I read in preparation for SIA Book Festival for last year and also for the upcoming year, and I fell in love with so many new authors through that. Sharon Cameron, Victoria Schwab, Gwenda Bond. Some really, really great authors, and I read some really great stuff by these authors. I also read some great classics, like I finally started reading some of my Russians, which I'd never read before, so Dostoevsky and Tolstoy. I felt terrible that I'd never read them before, and so I read Crime and Punishment, I read Anna Karenina, and they were both amazing, so good, and worthy of their great reputations. I also think I resolved last year to make a video series about literature at least once a semester on YouTube, and I think I kept up with that. I did all of Candide this past semester, and I was pleased to get that done. So this upcoming year, what are some of my resolutions? Well, it would be nice to resolve to read more books in 2017 than I read in 2016. I'm going to be hard-pressed to do that because 160 is a big number to beat for me, but I'll try. Second of all, I resolved to finish more of my YouTube work. I have a lot of projects that are half finished and dangling, and that's kind of sad. I really need to go ahead and finish those out. Also, the lifespan of my website expired. My county decided that they were going to do all new websites, which means that I need to start from scratch and rebuild a website. So that's going to be a lot of work, and so I guess that'll be one of my resolutions to get a nice website up, and maybe make it prettier this time. My last one was so functional, though. And finally, my most important resolution is, of course, just to do a really good job of balancing all the huge important things going on in my life. There's being a dad to 4 beautiful children, there's being a good husband, there's being a good teacher, and I'll try to do my best at all of those things simultaneously, which is sometimes a rather daunting task, but it's a wonderful fun one. So what's going on at the beginning of this semester? Well, other than me revamping my website, we're also starting into the usual exciting things like Christina Rossetti and Dante, but the biggest and most exciting thing in my own personal life that's coming up in just a day is my birthday. My birthday is January 4th, and this year I'm celebrating it on the 2nd. I'm throwing myself a huge birthday party because this is the big year. This is the year I turn the age that Dante was in Dante's Inferno, so it's going to be my midway through the journey of our life party. I am so excited to throw a Dante party. It's a Divine Comedy party, and when you come, you have to walk the path of the Divine Comedy and see the symbolism in all of the different areas. There's doorways to go through. I have my nieces and nephews who will be performing little parts like angels or beasts or things like that. It's going to be so cool. and I can't wait to show that to you. I will definitely film stuff from that. My cake looks awesome. The celestial rose at the end of the path is very cool. The little passports that you get are very cool. I'm super excited for this. I don't usually have big birthday parties. I usually just take my sons out and get a cookie or something, but this year, it's a special date. Well, my battery's about to die, so I better wrap this up, but I hope you have a wonderful 2017, and I can't wait to keep seeing you over here on YouTube. I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to watch my last year's, I didn't film my last year's 2 years ago. I filmed this New Year's resolution video, and if you'd like to watch something else, something literary, the Candied videos that I made this year, you can click here, or you can click on my beard and subscribe. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.